And here are some examples of rocks that I've found over the last few days to support the mud fossil theory. They told us that this area, and I'm in northeastern Oklahoma, they said that we were once covered by a shallow sea, and that may be true. But it didn't happen millions of years ago. It happened quite recently. What we had is a slosh event, like like a mini Earth flip, magnetic flip of the Earth, which sloshes the oceans. As the oceans slosh, they bring all sorts of little animals and up onto the land, or and we've got Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean slosh back. So this is what you'd get with just a completely jumbled up mess. Now this looks almost like concrete, but as you can see, it is not. It's tiny pebbles, actual leaf remnants. Right there's a good one. See the leaves? Now this is still crispy. See? It's not vitrified. After the flip and the ocean sloshed up onto the land, then we have what's known as a solar flare that cooks the land. And if you'll notice, some of these rocks are then melted, baked hard, white. See that? Baked. Baked so hot it's turned white, and then you have melting. Now this was found on the side of a creek near Sling Creek, near Salina, Oklahoma, Mays County, northeastern portion of the state. Not far from this rock, I found this one. Now this one is completely melted and white on one side. Blasted by a solar flare, melted like candle wax. Fossils are still visible inside of it. Baked white on one side, melted like that. Melted, melt, 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 melt. And the other side is like baked brown and also melted. This feels like slick. It's like, feels like glass almost. It looks rough, but it's smooth. I mean, yeah, it feels like melted wax, really hard, like maybe out of a freezer or something. What that would feel like. This is the same type of rock as that. Then we have, this wasn't found too far from there. Melted. Well, that looks like almost like magma or something. And it has crystals growing inside. But as you can see, that sure enough was melted. I'm not sure what this was, but it was found in the same creek not far from this one. Then you have, here's another one, melted, and it still has a bit of organic material still attached. Get that carbon dated and tell us when that thing was burnt. But you can see the melt again. Melt, 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 melt. Fossilized ocean sediment, or not, this isn't fossilized ocean sediment. This is sediment that's been washed up onto the land and then baked by a X-class flare, micronova, whatever you'd like to call it. Then the reset, same here. So apparently what's happened is, oh, and then this one is burnt, baked microcrystalline limestone. Hear that? See, that's two different types of rock. They shouldn't sound like that. They shouldn't sound the same. But anyway, so this is just a little bit more proof on the theory of what looks like a mini slosh, I'll call it. Mini pole flip, where we just kind of didn't go all the way over, but we went halfway over probably, and then back up. And returning, we wouldn't recognize it in the balsa record because it happened so fast.